Hi, my name is Nina. I'm a certified personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach. Today, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to do a headstand. The biggest thing is just technique, and I'm going to show you that technique, and I bet by the end of this video, you're going to be able to do a headstand. Two things that you definitely need for strength is strong shoulders and a strong core. So at the end of this video, I'm going to link those two. I'm going to show the two of those videos for the core, which is a plank video, and I've got a shoulder workout. But if you're already strong, let's go ahead and get the technique down. I'm going to show you. So one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to interlace your fingers nice and tight. Now, when a lot of people do this, and they put their arms, so we interlace them like this, we put them on the back of the head like this, but people flare their elbows out. But just think about when you fall forward or backwards. You typically don't fall to the side. You know, we're not doing cartwheels. So you don't want those elbows flared out. You want them nice and tight to your head. That will help you. And you're not really balancing on your head, so don't worry about your head or your neck unless you've got some special, medical issues. So you're really putting your strength onto your forearms, and you're pushing up like this with your shoulders. So that's why you need really strong shoulders. You don't want to sink. And that if you sink, then you're going to put pressure on your head and pressure on your neck. So you really want to keep that nice and tight like this. So what I like to do is I've got 2 yoga mats. So they're nice and cushy. So when my forearms are on the ground and my head is on the ground, it is a little bit of a pressure. I want to make sure it's nice and cushy and comfortable. And then I also have a wall behind me. So in case I fall backwards, I can just boing, bounce back. And it's just that little bit of security to have that wall right here. And so I'll go ahead and teach you the technique right now. All right, interlace those fingers. And I'm gonna push them right up against the back of my head. And I'm looking straight. Now, I don't have a lot of flexibility. People can go straight into a pike. And again, remember, my arms are not flared. They're tight. And then I'm just going to use momentum, and I'm going to kick up. Okay? And so I'm right here. I'm going to point my toes, and I'm going to let this one go forward. And I'm pushing up with those shoulders. Keep those toes pointed, and I'm squeezing my butt. So whenever your butt is squeezed, you're contracting your abdominals and your abs and your shoulders. That is what is keeping you in line. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can actually move your legs out, move them in. You can do little flutters. You can try moving it one leg down and push the other leg back. Now, try doing this slowly, because this takes a lot of balance. And I'll try it with the other side. And then up, point. And my abs are being very lazy today. And then slowly come back down. And then before you pop up, let the blood rush back down. So now I thought I'd give you some time so you can practice this, and you can just listen to my cues. So remember, the elbows are really close. You're pushing up with your shoulders, making yourself as if you're taller. You're squeezing your butt to engage those abdominals, which will help you with balance. If you ever feel like you're gonna fall, it's okay if you fall backwards or forward because you have the wall. So if you go, that's why I really want you to be pretty close to the wall, because if you do fall back, it should be right there. And because if you're too far away, your back, low back might bend too far, and I don't want you to hurt your back. So do it as many times as you want without being too nauseous. And I don't know if you're peeking at me, but I'm going to do another one. So again, make sure you're pointing those toes. That will help you keep a straight line. And if you want to bend one leg, and you know, if you've got this down, you want to try something a little bit different, the trick is to bring that back leg that's straight further back. And that way it's the front knee, because it's forward, you're kind of counterbalancing yourself there. So you could also, okay, so let's be done with that. Slowly get up. And we just did a lot of ab work, really. And so go ahead and do a slight back bend, squeeze your butt so you're not overarching that back. And whenever you do abs, you want to do some back work. We're going to just do cat-cow right now. Just stretch it out. And then I'm going to lift the back leg up, which works my low back. It also works my glutes. We're just going to do a couple straight leg kickbacks. Hear those crickets? They're really, really loud. So it's neat nighttime right now. Let's do some stretches, because after I do this, I realized I really need to stretch out my low back. So we're going to do bird dog right here, alternating leg, alternating arm with a thumb up. That will help you with shoulders if you have cranky shoulders, or if, you know, I injured both my shoulders, so I can still do these, which is pretty great. So that is nice. All right, a couple more bird dogs. Oh, it's getting dark. Let's do some cat cows. Let's go ahead and do a child's pose. So bring those knees wide, butt to your heels, spread those arms forward. All right, we're gonna lower down to the ground. And then I have my head on my forearms, and we're just gonna do one leg, then the other, just raising with a pointed foot. Again, low back, glutes. And let's do both legs. 1, 2, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And go ahead and slowly, carefully get up. Don't want to rush through these. Nice little stretch. And go ahead and roll down using those abs. All right, let's just go ahead and give yourself a little hug. Rock side to side, a little massage. I'm gonna do a spinal twist right here, because my back is starting to feel it. And a spinal twist on the other side. Let's do hug one leg and stretch the other leg out. Hug this leg in. Let's just go ahead and do Shavasana, corpse pose. Stretch out your entire body, elongate, lower, let the breath lower down, let the heart rate come down, because these are pretty intense. Bring the knees up. Let's go ahead and roll to your side. Slowly sit up, cross leg. And let's just do some rotations. I'm gonna rotate one way, then the other way. It's getting really dark. It's not even that late out. And rotate. I wouldn't do this really all the time. You know, you'll get dizzy, but you could do it like once or twice a week. I just do it every now and then, just so I can see if I can still do it. So let me know how you did, how many tries it took. And go ahead and check out those other 2 videos, shoulder video with weights, and the planks. That works the obliques, the abs, low back, the whole core. So if you like this video, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to click that bell, otherwise you won't get notifications. Have a great day.